Hello everyone. Welcome to Programming in C for Beginners. I am Amit Kumar and this is the 8th tutorial, Setting Up Environment. So let's begin. As we have already installed our MinGW and Visual Studio Code in our system, now we will set up the environment so that we can perform programming in C. Now following things have to be done so that we can set up our environment. First, we have to set up the path for MinGW. Then we have to install C++ extension for Visual Studio Code. And then we have to install Code Runner extension for Visual Studio Code. So let's start and do these setups. Now definitely any C program can be created and run in the MinGW environment, but we have to save the program in the MinGW bin folder itself. Now why so? Because our system is not understanding, not recognizing any MinGW command. So you have to follow along and complete all the steps, then only you will be ready to move ahead. Now we can create a C language program directly in MinGW and run it, but we have to save all our programs at one single place, that is the default installation directory of MinGW. Otherwise, if we are saving our program anywhere else, it will not be compiled. Now let me show you why. So if we open our command prompt, so just press Window R and type in cmd. Now here, if I want to check whether my system is recognizing MinGW commands, all that we need to do is type in gcc space -- version. In case if it is showing the version of GCC, definitely your system is recognizing MinGW commands. But it will show GCC is not recognized as an internal or external command, which proves that our system is not recognizing any MinGW commands. Now we have to set up the environment to do so. If you are remembering, we have already installed MinGW and it was available in the C drive. Now this is the MinGW folder. Inside this folder, there is a bin folder, and inside this bin folder, there are plenty of commands available in MinGW. We were checking this one, GCC. Now what we need to do so that our whole system can understand all these commands? So just copy this path, C MinGW bin, and we have to set this path in our system's environment variable. Now there are two ways to do that. Either you can right click on your this PC and click on properties and you will land up here. Otherwise, you can press Window R, type in control over there and you will land up to the control panel, and here you can click on system and security. And from here, click on this system icon. It will take you to the same this PC properties. Now from here, click on this advanced system setting. It will open up this small system properties dialog, and from the system properties dialog, click on environment variables. Now here we are going to set the path of MinGW. Now you can set path either for a specific user, then you have to set the path here, or you can set the path for all the users in the system, then you have to set the path here in the system variables. Now I am setting for the whole system. So here I will find out this path variable name and then I will click on this edit. Now here I have to paste my path. So I will click on this new and here I will paste the path and then click on OK, OK, and one more time OK. So we have set the path and we can test now whether the path is set or not. And to do that, you can go to the command prompt and type gcc -- version. If you are doing it on the already opened command prompt, definitely it will not run and definitely it will show error. So what you need to do, open a new fresh command prompt window, and in that window type in gcc space -- version, and definitely it will show you the version of GCC. So once it's shown, it proves that our MinGW commands path have been set up successfully. So this was the first step. Now we need to install few extensions in our Visual Studio Code, that is C++ extension and Code Runner extension. Definitely we have to open our Visual Studio. To do that, you can go to the start menu and here you can type in Visual Studio, or you can find out whether Visual Studio is there or not. So I'm just simply typing out Visual Studio and you can get it. You can click on it. There is another way to do that. You can open your Run dialog box and type in code. That will also open the Visual Studio Code in front of you. So in either ways, you can open Visual Studio Code. So let me take you to the Visual Studio interface and let me install those extensions. So this is the default interface of Visual Studio that will be shown in front of you. Now we need to install some extensions. There are few commands on the left side. There are few options on the left panel. Among these options, the last one is extension. You can either press the shortcut Ctrl+Shift+X. Now in the extension, we have to install two extensions if you remember. The first one was C++. So just simply type in C++ and you will get name of plenty of extensions over there. Now we are going to install only the extension provided by Microsoft. So I'm clicking on this. Now to install this extension, click on this install button and it will install this whole extension which is required to create C++ programs in Visual Studio Code. Now the next extension that we need to install is Code Runner. So get back to the extension panel and type in Code Runner. Now you will get this first result which is from Junhan. Now this is the Code Runner extension that we will install. So just click on this install. So it is also installed in our system and now we can check whether these extensions are installed or not. So type in the name of the extension again and it will not prompt this install option. So if it is not prompting any install option or if it is prompting the uninstall or disable option, definitely this extension is installed. Now we can also check the Code Runner and you can see it is also showing disable or uninstall option. That means this extension is also installed. So we have set up the path for MinGW. We have installed these two extensions. So if you have followed along and completed all the steps, then you are ready to move ahead. Don't forget to check whether the path is set or not, and you know how to do that. Go to the command prompt and type in gcc space -- version and also check whether extensions are installed or not. So that's it for this video tutorial. Hope to meet you in the next video tutorial. Till then, thank you and happy programming.